Welcome back to another episode of House Money Entertainment, episode 8. Happy to be back. I missed the last episode, but you know, we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna start going this way and just talk about how our weeks have been. We'll start with you.
He's been great, man. That's been grinding. Been trying to figure out some stuff going into the summer. I got some plans for the summer. Podcast aside, like there's a lot of good things going for me. Coming, I guess you could say 2 months. Family's in good health. I'm just excited, bro. I'm excited for this episode. Fall in love with the grind again. So that's where I'm at right now.
Sure. What you got?
Man, you know me, Carl Fly, man. It's just another day in the life for the nigga that's fly. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be real, you know, we working on building uphill clout, getting shit going, you know, on the wrestling aspect. New music on the way, you know, on some cool shit. So, you know, the podcast going up. Everything doing what it's supposed to do. I ain't got no complaints in my life right now. Baby girl good, I'm good, son good. It's all good.
Yeah, good deal. Hey, yeah, follow Hill Clout. What's your Hill Clout?
Hey, all my wrestling fans,
if y'all tapped into wrestling, y'all might want to tap in with me right now. We going up by the numbers.
It's just Hill Clout, no underscore, no
Hill Clout, no underscore. Instagram, Twitter,
there you go.
Facebook, TikTok. Hill Clout, man. I'm telling you, like,
content, man. It's consistent.
I've really got some shit cooking up. We got the YouTube page on the way. Just keep your eyes peeled.
What you, Greg?
Shit, man. I had a good week. I'm not gonna lie. A couple ups and downs, you know.
Every week's been a good week.
Yeah, every week's been a good week, but a couple ups and downs. But you know, perseverance. That's all that matters. You know, thanking God every day, every morning.
Thank God every day, every morning, every second.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
hallelujah.
I'm ready to be back to this podcast, though. Let's get
there you go.
Yeah, it's house money.
Yeah. I'll tap into a little bit about
what's going on with you.
I just had to do, you know, I'm sorry I missed I don't know, was it 1 or 2 episodes I missed? Whatever it was, man, I just had to do some, self-improvement. Self-care, self-improvement. Had to, tap in with the family and kind of distance off of them. So I had to just prioritize my priorities, you know.
Hyperbolic change.
But you know, I'm always gonna come back and
life.
Yeah. Hey, minor setback makes you come back, and we're here. That's all that's important. We are here, and I'm ready, bro. You see, I got the little clipboard, so you already know.
Coach Juan's calling the plays. Coach Juan, we gotta get you the referee shirt.
We gonna come back. We're gonna come back strong. So let's get this started, man.
Best shooter this game has seen. And here's the signature. Night.
So the NFL is not banning the tush push. They were seeking to ban it. There was a lot of heat going on as to whether it should be banned or not. So I wanted to ask you guys, you know, why is the play so dominant? And is it unstoppable or is it smart football? We'll start over here with you, and then we'll work our way down.
Tush push is not like, I wouldn't even say it's unstoppable. It's just really well executed because of how the Eagles are structured, right? Plus, Jalen Hurts is really strong QB. I mean, I saw a video a while of him squatting like 700 pounds or something like that, easy. So, that being said, them trying to ban it and then voting to keep it, it's just highlighting, like, I think every team is just finding something to complain about. And then I think you said the 49ers, but it was the Packers, I think, and the Giants. They leaned their hat on, we want to get rid of this. But
49ers too.
It just makes you think, bro, like, why do you care so much? Like, about successful football play. Just stop it.
You know why they care.
Just stop it.
You know why they care.
So, go ahead. Why
they care because certain defenses aren't structured to stop that type of play.
Yeah. Ours included, yeah.
So, you got 49ers, Packers, and Green Bay. Or the 49ers, Packers, and the Giants that are complaining about it. The reason being because they know their defenses can't stop that. They run a 4-3. They're not running a 3-4. They're not running a West Coast offense, West Coast defense.
But what the hell
They're
this come from? Nah, hold on.
Nah,
Where the hell he come from with formations, bro? I fuck with that.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. I
They're
fuck
not
with that.
running
You're
those
right.
type of defenses, so
Yeah.
their defense is not equipped to stop that.
Yeah.
So NFC defense has always been 4-3. Every NFC offense, not offense. Every NFC defensive coordinator always ran in the 4-3. They never ran in the West Side. They never did a 3-4. They just run in the basic formation of 4-3. You see the teams on the AFC, they all run 3-4. Do you think they complain about the tush push?
No.
Because most of the 3-4 teams or West Side defense teams, they stop the tush push.
Yeah.
It's everybody on the NFC is complaining about it because they don't know how to stop that, because their defense isn't structured around stopping the tush push. There's nothing wrong with the tush push. It's just they can't stop it, so they're going to complain about it because they can't have an effective way to stop that. That's all that is.
It's nothing wrong with the tush push. It's more so who's doing the tush push, right? The Eagles mastered it, and if it wasn't for the Eagles, nobody would even know what the tush push really is, unless you're like really a football fan. Like it's done plenty of times.
It's been done. It's been done.
It's been called the QB sneak for so long. It's a QB sneak.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Saints QB, Taysom Hill, he used to do the same thing. No one talks about that. It wasn't a tush push, when it was a QB draw that was impossible.
Yeah, that's it. QB sneak.
He's a fast, huge guy. So yeah, it didn't ban that play, but it was like 100% success rate or something.
I don't want them to ban it. I'm the mindset of like competitively. I want to beat that.
Yeah.
I don't want to figure it way out.
Exactly.
I want to figure it out.
Figure out how you can stop it.
But see, that's what you said.
Monopolize
That's what he said. Is that what's stopping a team on the NFC side to go look at tapes and see how the AFC is stopping this? Like Carl said, the AFC has no problem. You don't see an AFC team saying, "Let's stop this."
No. I can't say that because the Eagles. It's like that's why I said the Eagles, bro. Like, it's not the same. Like the Chiefs didn't stop it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
nobody stopped it.
Nobody stopped it.
Actually, that one team stopped it.
Actually,
probably feel like a play.
If we're gonna be honest, the Super Bowl when we faced the Eagles the first time, Chiefs,
you guys
did stop it.
Yeah, you're right.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
They
did.
No, bro.
It was like was it? It wasn't a tush push.
No, it was
like
for the
QB draw offset.
It was like for the first down. Like they tried to do it.
They did plenty of tush pushes during that Super Bowl. That's why I brought it up.
But the one he's talking about, they stopped. It was a QB draw offset. Like
he went. He didn't go like straight through the center. He was a shotgun and ran to the side. But to bring up that point, right? The thing about the tush push is they keep adding this like little thing that they do, right? Where did you guys watch the NFC championship? Championship, right? Frankie Louvu was like diving over the line and trying to stop Jalen Hurts from going, right? Added that rule, or not added that rule. Rule no one knew about, which you could stop play to give someone a score because someone is unfairly like trying to like break the rule. So it makes me think if they have a rule like that to offset the tush push, then they have to get rid of that rule. Yeah. Because how I'm seeing it, right, is if I'm making an illegal play that only draws in the flag, you can't just give them a score. They have to cross the line. That's it.
Did you bring it up? But what was one game we watched? Like you said, we just kept fouling.
It was Frankie Louvu,
yeah.
Oh yeah, see, I remember
the
that.
Redskins game,
yeah. Foul on before.
Bro was jumping like crazy. Yeah.
I love Frankie Louvu, but yeah, just to finish off, like I think
Carl brings up a good point. A lot of defense is not set up to stop it, which is the reason why I think they brought up the complaint. But on the other hand, I think a lot of teams just whine about this because they want to find something to whine about.
That leads me to the next question I got, man. It's a perfect question I wrote down. I want y'all to answer this. Are NFL defenses just soft now, or is the league protecting bad defenses and poor coaching? Man, I said again, are NFL defenses just soft now? Is the league protecting bad defenses and poor coaching?
No, they're not protecting bad defenses because
good ass question, bro.
If they were protecting bad defenses, a lot of shit wouldn't be going the way it's going right now. Because offenses get away with murder. Offenses get away with murder. Like,
elaborate on that.
If a linebacker smacks a quarterback a quarter of the second that they release the ball,
oh yeah,
what is that? Roughing the passer.
Yeah,
The defense has a tougher time trying to get to the offense because the offense is always going to get something. You jump the line, what's that? False start or encroachment or whatever the fuck, offsides.
It's the other way around. They're kind of like protecting the offenses.
It's not, the defenses aren't being protected because the defenses are getting the most shit called on them. Like, you think about it like this. When it comes to pass interference, a lot of the offensive players be mushing the player out of the way, get the ball, the defensive player do something like that, defensive pass interference.
If you're on offense, you should not be getting a foul. Like, the most fouls you see on offense is like
Encroachment.
holding or like
Or
offside, stuff like that, on the line, stuff like that.
I just think that if we're at this point where we gotta nitpick plays that we gotta throw out at football because people can't stop them, I think you bring up a good point. Maybe the league is getting soft because you have a bunch of different rules that change even the positions of play. Like the tuck rule, that changed the QB position. That changed the QB position.
So yeah, it did.
The overtime rules have literally changed Super Bowl winners, right? College has different overtime rules than the NFL does. How is that fair? How are we in the playoffs and you still don't have knockout until this past season? That don't make no sense.
To elaborate more, it's not the defenses that are getting soft, it's the rules.
It's the rules,
It really is,
It's the whole NFL as a whole.
I will say you can make an argument that defenses are soft compared to, like, as far as like,
they be smacking heads.
Literally, like the players themselves. Because I mean, when the last time you seen a player like LT built like him? You know what I'm saying? Like,
or offense.
I'm gonna tell you this. I have not seen a defensive player.
I'm
talking about Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it's people built like that and then scared to hit somebody because
ain't nobody built like that.
No, I'm saying like it's players that have that caliber of
but because of the rules,
they hold back because they know if they smack somebody, they know that's when they're gonna get fouled. They're gonna get ejected from the game. It's plenty of things that come with that.
I'm gonna say this. I want y'all to like add y'all rebuttal. But I had wrote down, man, football is a physical sport. And if a team can dominate like that, that's just good execution. You shouldn't ban a play just because it works too good. It's like telling Derrick Henry that he can't stiff arm no more because the players getting annoyed. They're like, all the defenders are like, man, I can't stop it when he stiff arms. So he can't stiff arm no more. It's exactly like that. Just because it works well, don't mean that it should be stopped. It should mean that you should find a better way to execute, a way to stop it. Exactly. And that's my thoughts on that. I also put down if you're stronger and a more physical team and you executed the stronger, more physical play, that's just called winning. Don't punish teams for what the sport was built on. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
They're not breaking any rules. They're not doing anything that is not allowed. So, I mean, it's kind of like how, like, if you're a gamer, you know what I'm saying, you play video games and all these kids, like these, or people that aren't good at the games, they want to get stuff banned with the game. They call it balancing the stuff. They make patches. It's kind of like a cop out. It's like, nigga, I want to beat that shit. I don't want to.
It's funny that you said that because they did do that.
I'm actually personally obsessed with trying to figure out how to stop the tush push. Like that, because in that NFC Championship game, don't get me wrong, that wasn't only going to go wrong. We a lot of things went wrong, but watching that play pissed me off in a different way. I was like, and I didn't even want them to ban it, right? Because that gets rid of the power behind it. The power behind it is they want to ban it because they can't stop it. It's a dangerous play. What's dangerous about it? All the QBs diving for it. Man, come on.
And that's another thing. That's how, real quick before we wrap up, that's how sports are. Because basketball has done that plenty of times. There were certain, like, I couldn't name them, but there's certain athletes that, like, I think Zion. No, not Zion. It was before Zion. There were certain athletes in high school. They banned them from fucking dunking.
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're like nobody can stop it. So
it was Zion.
Like in a knockout. For I guess he's from South Carolina. I think in the South Carolina like playoff championships or whatever, they said that he couldn't hang on the rim for more than like a couple seconds or it was a tech. So yeah,
pretty much couldn't dunk, and they was like because nobody could stop it. Like, but I'm gonna be honest, bro, with you, bro. Zion in high school, like a grown ass fucking man.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
yeah, he was.
He already
Yeah.
went through this.
That shit was disrespectful. I'm like, yo, this
If
is.
he could manage his weight, he'd be crazy.
That nigga was treating niggas
He's
like
different.
children, like
Bro,
at
it
the
was like a,
fucking
it was like
pickup at the
a,
park.
it was like a 20, 30-year-old going against like a 10-year-old.
60 windmill dunk in a middle school gym is crazy, bro.
That's insane.
What's good, House Money team? Solomon here, Patriots fan, Sixers fan, Man United fan, Real Madrid fan, all of that. But y'all talking about the tush push, right? So Philly, they've been going crazy. Jalen Hurts, not all, but majority of his rushing touchdowns, I say easily over 50% is from the tush push. So we know the league fed up with it, people hating on it, but it's a head-to-head play. Football is a physical sport. We all know this. You just got a manhandle in the trenches. And Philly been doing that for the past few years consistently. Teams can't find a way to stop it. Teams going to go all sides about 4 or 5 times trying to stop it. But coaching just got to get better. You run a play until it just doesn't work anymore or somebody finds a way to stop it. So it's all about ability. It's not about cheating because it's a legal play. So, I'm with all the teams that did support it, and I understand why some did hate on it, but at the end of the day, get your muscle up. Real talk, you can get your muscle up.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Anyway, listen.
So speaking of football, man, we gotta take it there. It's something that's in the headlines. Bill Belicheck drama, man, with his girlfriend and also Shannon Sharp's. All right. So I want to ask y'all about y'all thoughts on the age gap. He is pushing 80 and the girlfriend is 24. Yeah, he's about in his mid 70s. Yeah, it's mid 70s. I think if we're being like technical, he's probably like 74 years old.
No, he's
Yeah.
probably like 60s at the most.
You looking it up? All right, how old is he?
He could be in the
I
70s.
think he's 74.
He's old though, bro. Hold on. Let's figure this out. Yeah, he's been in the league for damn it.
He was in the league when Bill Parcells was the best coach. That's a long time ago.
He's
bro.
73.
73.
God damn, he's still old as fuck.
So he's getting there.
I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, he was with the Browns, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Browns.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to ask y'all, man. Like he's with a 24-year-old. He's 73, and Shannon Sharp had commented on the fact that he had he made her his executive assistant. He's sharing emails with her, involving her in the emails, giving her right to privacy on that. Well, this is just what it is. Outside of Shannon Sharp. This is what Bill Belichick has done. So he's, she's very involved in his emails. She's got rights to his private stuff,
Listen,
she's calling plays with him.
Look. I said it off pod. I'm gonna say it on pod. Bill Belichick is a fucking nerd. He's never had this type of pussy before, bro. He's never even indulged with a female that probably looked like her before. Bro, she gonna get you for everything, bro. I'm just telling you. That's what it is.
Better sign that prenup.
You only live once, Bill. Live your life, bro. You ain't breaking no laws, nothing. It ain't my business. It's crazy though.
Hey, Belichick, check yourself.
Check literally
That's all I
check
gotta
yourself.
say.
So look, Unc Sharp said that he agrees. He's like, man, he's not. Well, wait. He agreed. He agreed with the email part. He's like, man, yeah, like if you love this girl, if she is what she is in your life, go ahead. That's like having an executive assistant. But he also said, because Bill Belichick had posted a video.
Yeah.
Man, he's doing yoga, feet in the air and all that with this girl. And he said, he did joke about that. So
Shannon is in the light right now, where he was over here talking to an OnlyFans model that was like 19, 20 years
That's
old.
crazy.
Of course he's going to understand that. Of course he's going.
Did he say this recently?
yeah.
That is so crazy.
Let me ask y'all this. Was he just joking? Was he? Because a lot of people think he was out of line.
Who's Shannon?
Was he stepping out of line or was he joking?
Who's Shannon? His comments? No.
Okay.
No on both parts. He wasn't out of line, and he wasn't joking.
He was
The reason why I
right?
say he's not out of line because, like I said, bro, like it's all at this point. It's about public opinion.
Right.
Me personally, if I'm 70, I'm not worried about no 20-year-old, 30-year-old, whatever. I want somebody my age, and like that. But the way Shannon and maybe Bill Belichick they're not breaking any laws. So it's like, what can you do? It's pretty much public opinion at that point.
Missing a big point here. UNC is saying that he might not even finish. Like he might not even make it to the start of the season,
to do that.
which is because of the girlfriend.
Yeah, they have a right to.
When have we seen this though? And why is this coming from Bill Belichick of all people? That's crazy, bro. What is going? It has to be fire. That's all I have to say.
Ass.
It has to be fire.
Trying to Belichick ass.
It has to be fire.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I strongly believe, and nobody could change my mind on this. Older men of that status, when they're making that much money and they got that much clout, they prefer a younger girl, man, and vice versa. Women are, and you can mute me on a certain word that I'm gonna say, but women are reverse. They like older men, and when they got money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's? I'm smacking this mic around. But you know what's even crazier?
Mm-hmm.
Older women like younger men.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But let's be honest. They get away with it.
You know why they get away with it? You know why they get away with it? Because
The optics aren't bad. Because usually if they were to go for a younger guy, it's because they're set up, their facilities right?
Usually a rich older woman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey,
So it's
we've seen this with Cher.
Hey, but the last thing I want to add though, it's we talked about Bill before on the show, right? And what we mentioned is the Patriot way, right? The Patriot way, and Bill Belichick highlighted
the Patriot way right now.
Not to make distractions, right?
This is the Patriot
way. Right.
And then this dude decides he wants to date a girl who prides herself on being a distraction. It makes me think UNC probably thought they got bad goods. Is Bill Belichick the same Bill Belichick that was up in?
Yeah, it's the Patriot way.
That's not the same Bill Belichick. It can't be.
I want to ask you all this. How does it? Okay, so that leads me to my next question. How does this whole drama affect Belichick's legacy and image? Because maybe that college was expecting him to bring that Belichick image, that Patriot image to their organization. Now they're like, bro, you done switched it up. So what? So how does that affect his image right now?
And I know I wanted to say this earlier. It's gonna affect his legacy, but you know why it kind of doesn't affect his legacy? 7 Super Bowls. 7 Super Bowls.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah. That's you can't fake that. So, he's the real deal. It's just
there's that.
25 stuff like this people care about so much nowadays. So it definitely can. Yeah. In my opinion, does it affect am I gonna be like, oh nah, he's a trash coach now? Like, no, he was one of the best, if not the best. But like I said, as far as what he doing with his life, me personally, I don't give a damn. Like, as long as we ain't
Belichick.
Fernandez on
Fuck.
asterisk his legacy.
Hey, Belichick. That
Hey, chill out.
ain't no chill, bro. Y'all be scared, bro. Ain't no chill. That bitch. That's what you want to do?
That's wild.
Nah, bro. Cause what's going on in this world, bro? Nobody want to be real with themselves.
Yeah.
You think Belichick want to an old wrinkled?
I think he knows what he's got in his face.
Nah, bro. Fuck this shit, bro. Fuck this shit. You think Belichick a wrinkled ass at 50 fucking old? No, he's 73. He wants a fresh. He wants a 23, 25, 26. He wants it in that range, bro. Let's stop beating around the bush. If you a fucking old ass man and you in this fucking world and you gotta go out, you gonna fuck this shit, bro. I'm tired of this shit of being sisters and all this fucking shit, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's fucking talk about it, bro.
Cut the camera.
Fucking cut.
No.
Oh my God.
we ain't know who.
Hey,
we knew this would come, bro.
Hey, chat fans, everybody watching. I want you to go rewind about 3-4 minutes back where he was like, "This is the first and last thing I'm gonna say," and now he's like, now he say this. Yo,
He's smacking.
bro.
He brings up a good point.
Bro.
The only reason we care is because people have become so sensitive to things that don't matter.
I'm not saying if I had a daughter I would approve, but I'm saying as an older guy that is in this world, he know his time. Sorry, remote. He know his time is limited, bro. He's gonna want to fuck something that's gonna be.
They all do it, man.
Gonna be
they're all like
a life experience. Like, why do you think the niggas doing yoga?
Deshaun Watson and
You
shit.
don't want to do that. He's doing it because she likes it.
Exactly.
Justin Tucker.
Sorry, I ain't mean.
I heard y'all talk about the Patriot way, and I can tell you, Bill has lost his way. I don't know what got into him. He, older man looking for something young. But like we talking about, Bill's legacy, he about to throw all that in the toilet over a young woman. And he's getting led astray. But, he's old, so we let our senior citizens do as they please, even though if it's going to lead to his demise, he picked it. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, UNC program this year, I think they will be good despite all the background noise, because at the end of the day, Bill is a coach, even though he lost the Patriot way a little bit. But you got to look at his past. His track record is crazy. And we know that college football is a whole different ball game, NIL, all that. But Bill, old head from, goddamn, 1960s or whatever, right? So he's all about football, all about performance. So if you're not performing, don't matter what kind of NIL deal you got going on, he don't care no way. But I think when the season comes around, he's going to let football be the main thing. All the chitter chatter will be the chitter chatter. If Shorty come up, she come up, but Bill gonna coach either way. Legacy taking a hit a little bit, but if UNC does good his first year, it won't even matter. It'll be a thing of the past. But that's all I got for y'all. Bill's lost his Patriot way, but hey, he got a new bay or whatever the young folks saying, but that's it.
Got the NBA Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. The OKC Thunder faced the Timberwolves and they took game 1. SGA, man, he shined. And 2. Get to that.
Last night.
SGA in game 1, he shined with 31 points, 10 for 27 field goals, 5 rebounds, 9 assists. So far, they've taken a 2-0 lead. Ant-Man has been frustrated, man. He's drawn text, tossing the ball at SGA in game 1. OKC, their defense has just made Edwards uncomfortable all game. So I want to ask y'all the question right now is, what are the chances of the Timberwolves coming back out of this? Like, what was going on with that?
There's still a chance, but to reiterate on what you said about OKC's defense, check the numbers. They've been the top defense all year.
They're the best defense.
The best defense, right? Ant-Man and them, they've come a long way in this in these past couple series, but they haven't faced a defense like this yet. Gobert, he's got
to get benched.
Go where?
The reason why, see, the last series before this one, Gobert was putting up 30.
Yeah.
With the Warriors, when the Warriors facing the Warriors, he's putting up 30.
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish.
Injured.
That's why I was about to go. Gobert's playing a team. She's young, hungry. They got vision. They got all these things lined up. They playing a team. These things lined up. They playing a team that is not playing around.
And who? What's one of the best?
So to piggyback off of that, the reason why Ant-Man is frustrated because his team don't got that same caliber. They don't got a team that's ready to jump off the bench and go smack.
Yeah.
They're not ready for that next certain.
OKC is a young power team. All these young players are hungry. All these young players have something to prove. What you think they're gonna fucking do?
Can I add something?
Go ahead. I'm done.
So the Wolves cannot shoot off the dribble outside of Ant-Man.
Yeah.
They can't. and it is not going to cut it against OKC.
Not consistently, yeah.
Yo, Thunder is the best defense, and they are locking Ant-Man down. Locking him down.
They should.
In the fourth quarter, they just.
Yeah, so I mean, this is what
Because that's it. That's all it takes.
And that's the worst way. That's the worst way to go out is when a team shuts down your main player, and none of the other players step up. It's like, nah, we gotta get rid of. Like, we gotta switch it up, man.
Yeah.
He has guys though. You got Jaden McDaniels.
But they're not consistent.
Teams that take a 2-0 lead win the series 92% of the time. What are the chances, man, that the Thunder sweep? Do y'all think? I think that the Thunder can sweep.
It's a great chance right now. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Timberwolves might get one game at this point.
One game at least, right?
At this point,
This is the reason why I think they're sweet too.
because they still got to go home, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they the bench points is one thing. The other thing about it is the Wolves, they get tired in the fourth. I think they rely too much on trying to dish out wide in the fourth, try to get some separation, right? And then they keep doing like that teetering thing, which is like sometimes they crash inside, sometimes they go outside. Sometimes they crash inside, sometimes they go outside. But OKC doesn't have to do that because they have Shea, sorry. And he just takes away a focus from the game and from the game plan of the what's it called? The Thunder just like they can focus around Shea just taking over a certain part of the game because of the fouls he draws in, which is kind of crazy. That's like another thing people have been talking about too. Like, is the number excessively high, right? But the other part of it is the energy, bro. Every dribble, the guy has the same energy he did the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out, well, bro's stamina is crazy. Actually, I can't lie to you. Pause.
Yeah. I think for them to get out of this hole, Ant-Man would have to go insane. Like, insane.
He gotta go 80. He gotta drop 81 like Kobe.
He's gonna have to average like 30, 40.
I don't think he has that in his bag either.
You gotta drop 81 like Kobe.
That's not what carry. That's not what wins championships, man.
Yeah.
It's a team sport at the end of the day.
You gotta be like McCants. I can get 81.
Hey, so how about the Knicks and Pacers, man? So the games.
Knicks choke.
Alabama, man.
It's the best series.
Knicks choke.
Yeah.
The best
But
series
I
in
need
a
the
long
Knicks I
time.
need the Knicks to come through.
Look, I'm loving the Pacers right now, bro. Like how they're playing basketball right now is like that, like classic. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
This is
It's
all I'm gonna
crazy.
say. This is all I'm gonna say. The fact that WWE called this months prior.
Oh yeah, right. They had them both kind of like.
Jalen Brunson
Jalen
and
Brunson,
Tyrese
yeah.
Halliburton.
The fact that WWE had this lined up.
It was all story related. It's all scripted.
Hey, I just want to say the script is real. I'm done.
So I know one of y'all wanted to touch on Tyrese Halliburton, just how great he's been performing. Y'all wanted to touch in on
I'm gonna
that?
keep going back to the fact that he was voted by his peers to be the most overrated player in the NBA,
What did I say?
and
Yeah.
that's what's playing a part in this. But he's been like, look what the Pacers have been the past maybe two.
I'll say this, right? His rise shocked me because it's like you said about him being the most overrated. I would have agreed with that, actually. You know what I'm saying? Because I was hearing about Tyrese Halliburton, but I couldn't see why people were talking about him.
Me either.
And then the playoffs happened. I'm just like, was he doing this the whole time? Everyone's telling me, no, he wasn't. I'm just like, who the fuck is this guy, man? He's going stupid right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's going stupid. Like, bro, that shot at the last next game, the one that went out and in, right? Where he did the whole Reggie Miller shit.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie Miller's pointing back in. All people thought they were like, that's corny. Bro, Reggie Miller to point you out like, hey, yo, you're kind of cold for that?
Yeah, he fucking cold for that.
Come on, bro.
What the fuck we talking
Reggie
about?
Miller pointing out Tyrese Halliburton and telling him, yeah, you that
Reggie
guy.
Miller did the
Come
same
on.
shit
He's arrived. Halliburton.
against the Knicks.
Halliburton. I'm part of the Halliburton now. Let's go.
Let's fucking talk about
Not
it.
literally though. Not that.
Did y'all see the news that Reggie Miller got banned from calling the games because of that.
That's so. I'm gonna say this. So he imitated. I didn't know this until I did my research. He imitated Reggie Miller's choke gesture. He taunted the Knicks. Reggie Miller taunted Knicks fans 30 years ago. Yep. And now when he did this, iconic.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, yo, for Reggie Miller to do what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? Like he's keeping that level. That's like,
What's the thing Jordan gonna
I don't
do?
know. I feel like he has to be.
When Jordan
If
get
they're
back
doing
to
that,
NBC.
they're probably just trying to like protect him. They're probably just trying to protect.
I ain't no
Tyrese
protect.
Halliburton,
It's
because
a lot of respect.
He's kind of becoming, like, if you think about it, a neat surprise for the NBA, because I'm pretty sure they didn't lean on him being a star, right? Now he's a star. Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh yeah, of course.
The
The script was written when him and Jalen Brunson went on fucking WWE, bro.
So this man went from traded in 2022 from the Kings, barely getting any minutes in the Olympic Games, to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think at this point, and then from being called overrated, there's no doubt this man at the end of this series, win or lose, he's gonna be a household name, even if he's not. There'll be no doubt if he's a household name.
Yeah, for sure.
I did want to throw a stat in there to see what y'all think about that, man. This dude is 12 out of 14, 86% on game tying or go-ahead shots in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or overtime.
He's cold. That's what I
one
mean.
of them ones.
He's cold.
That's one of them ones.
And you know what's even crazy about Tyrese Halliburton? He's the type of player to actually win championships off just cause of that.
Yeah.
Because of that. That's all it takes, really. Is you play 7 games, you get close in every game.
Yeah.
You go ahead bucket and you win, right?
Yeah.
So, and we gotta give credit to his teammates too, because they are closers. They are closers.
The surrounding pieces are gonna make the match.
IQ through his
But it's always gonna make the factor better.
If you watch basketball enough, you know, like, as much as I want the Knicks and the Wolves in the finals, I knew, like, it's levels to this shit. And I seen Pacers and I seen Thunder. I'm like, that's the safe bet.
Yeah, and you start seeing why these
levels,
teams
bro.
actually made it this far. Yeah. You know? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, brings me to just talking basketball. We're gonna take it there.
Yeah.
Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark drama. So let's talk about it.
First off, the W is going up in popularity, gaining traction. You know, Caitlin Clark doing her thing. She's phenomenal to watch, and so many other talents in WNBA as well. Angel Reese, you know, she's made her money NIL, popping out on social media, you know, rappers, athletes, courtside, all that. But she is a baller as well. You know, she may, you know, stat pad a little bit, but, you know, she gets her thing. She gets the rebound. She hits the boards hard. Real competitor, both of them are. And so when it's on the court, it's on the court. It's nothing more, nothing less. You know, fans, media, they try to push an agenda. But at the end of the day, the women are hooping. And that's what it is when you have competitive sports head-to-head like that. They get it in. And that's it. There's no hate, no love lost. Just two competitors going at it. That's all it is.
I'll start with this. Clark and Reese faced off against each other in a game. Clark had a triple-double, 20, 10, 10. Reese, however, 12, 17, and 1. That 1 being her assist. Reese fouled Boston with a push, got the rebound. Clark reacted to a no call, returns the flagrant foul. Tensions rose. Reese also missed 2 back-to-back layups, and Clark stole the ball. Crazy moment. So there's a lot of tension right there, a lot of drama. I want to know what y'all think about that. A lot of people have been throwing out all these crazy reasons. I wanted to just see what y'all thought about it. I know y'all know the crazy reasons, of the sort. So we'll start here. What's your thoughts on it, man? Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh, damn. Where do I start with this? All right, so, in order, the what you're bringing up, what you want to talk about, right? The moment, right? The foul. The reason why that's a moment is the actual issue here, which Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, 9-day difference on the basketball court. 9-day difference, right? They played 2 different positions, right? But in college, their rivalry kind of highlighted women's basketball, right? It got to the point where more people were watching the women's championship than the men's championship in basketball, in college basketball. So with that being said, Angel Reese won the national championship against Caitlin Clark. They beat her, right? But she didn't perform well in that game. I'm pretty sure she was one of the worst performers on her team in that championship.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, after she won, it became more about Caitlin Clark losing than it became about her winning. So what I mean by this is where I'm trying to go with this is here we are about 2 years removed from that. All we're seeing is that still to this day, Caitlin Clark, the better basketball player, is getting dragged down. Okay? I'm going to say this to the camera. Her level is one of the best basketball players in women's basketball. She's getting dragged down to Angel Reese's level for the media, for people to talk about. People like Ryan Clark and RG3 to talk about. Making it about them now, right? That's it. Making it about race, making it about them. Let's bring it back to basketball, man. Let's bring it back to basketball. Angel Reese, not that great of a player. Not that great of a player, for be honest with you. Gets a lot of rebounds, but man, let's be honest. She no Shaq. She's no Shaq. She went to LSU just like Shaq, but she's no Shaq, and that's why she got notoriety is because of Shaq, right? So when it comes to Caitlin Clark, who's breaking every rookie record in under the sun, right? Who's like in sniffing distance from Asia Wilson, who's the best basketball player in women's basketball right now, right? Face of the league, right? If you got a rookie competing with Asia Wilson right there, and you want to come down here and talk about Angel Reese, bro, that's so disrespectful in Caitlin Clark's regard, and take race out of it. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with ball. You're trying to say that people are talking about Caitlin Clark more than Angel Reese because of race. It has to do with ball. I'm watching Caitlin Clark before I watch Angel Reese. I'm saying that as a black man. And I know other black men that will say the same thing. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Leave race out of it. It's about ball. It's about ball.
I really, really like. I want the audience, even the WNBA, to leave race out of it, man. You know, keep it strictly about ball. You know,
Yeah, but they won't. That's the problem.
and I was telling him earlier, I think subconsciously, they don't realize that they're doing it because of that. I told him, and this is a hot take, but I told him earlier, had Caitlin Clark been a African American woman, would Angel Reese feel this type of like way as much towards her? Not at all, right? She'd be like, well, let her shine, right? Da 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 da. Maybe the rivalry would have still been there, but would it have been as intense as it is? Nah, right? The thing is that like, let's be honest, a majority of the WNBA is African American females. So a majority of the NBA, if not the entire WNBA, has been wanting that light shine on them. We deserve our recognition. So for a woman of white color to come in and then finally they're getting recognition, whether they realize it or not, they feel ignored. They feel like, yo, like now you're paying attention? Well, like, yo, like what, why this, and here's the thing is that I'm not saying that this is what it is, but I know that there's a minority of women that in the WNBA that maybe do have had these thoughts, and I wouldn't be surprised where they're like, oh, so it took for this white bee to come in here to you know, like, man, we've been putting in work for years, and like now y'all wanna do that, da da da. So it's like, but if it was a girl that they could relate to in a sense, where it's like, all right, good. So it's like, if they see somebody that they could relate to in a sense, it was like, well, let's be honest. We relate with people that we just off of naked eyes, like, oh, well, you're my race, I relate to you. Or you also do this sport with me, I relate to you. In a sense, we get along better with people we can relate to off of what relations we have. I think that you know, there is like icing, like you said, it's not entirely race. It's not. It's ball. It is. It should be that way.
It's supposed to be.
It should just stay that way.
Let me be. I don't even think this is double advocate, but this is just on the other side of the fence. Like as a black man, like, and I've been watching them since they were in college and stuff. And I hate it how people try to make it seem like, oh, we're not watching because of Angel Reese. We're watching only because of Caitlin Clark. No, you watched because of the rivalry. Yeah. So y'all had like, and even Caitlin Clark admitted it. She was like, she played a part in this. Yeah, she did. So I respected her for that. Like, let's not discredit Angel Reese because you don't like her or how she act, how she look, whatever. And then another thing I gotta speak up on is all these, I mean, I have no, I'm not, I have no quarrels against no race or anything. I love all people, but what I'm noticing a pattern of is a whole bunch of old white men that are built like a fucking refrigerator trying to downplay Angel Reese, talking about she's a bad athlete, she sucks, all this other stuff. She's in a professional league. Where are you at? You're on fucking Twitter. So yeah, and they try to say, oh, and I hate the repetitive stance of, oh, she's cocky, she's feeling herself, she's this, she's that. Why is it such a problem when a black person or any person of color or anybody that's outside of Caucasian, whatever, is confident in herself?
You bringing up another aspect of this. I gotta play devil advocate for it shortly. Outside of basketball, they're two different people as well. Angel Reese draws in way more attention than Caitlin Clark does, right? And Angel Reese asks for the attention without putting the play on display.
But why hate her though? Because she's beefing with a character. But that's corny. I don't hate him. Does he get on my nerves? Sure.
I think what makes her case even harder to take her side. I think what makes it harder to take her side is the fact that Caitlyn doesn't respond, and that's what I was gonna say right here, bro.
Caitlin Clark is more mature.
So this is what I said right here.
You know what? Let's not use language like
that too.
No, Caitlin.
Because that's all
Caitlin Clark
perpetuates this whole thing is the whole maturity.
No,
who's more professional? Who's
Caitlin
whatever?
We've already taken our stance.
Hold on.
We're taking our stance of it's not about race, right?
Right, exactly.
I'm not talking about none of that. It's just. It's a literal fact that the way that Caitlin Clark has been moving between this whole beef is more mature.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is the only
basketball terms.
No.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is only mature because she corrects herself.
How?
You didn't see her spazzing in the last game when she was at the sidelines going crazy?
Game it's different.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying,
She's
like,
a competitor though.
no, I understand that. And I'm not taking that away.
But when Angel Reese does it, do you still see it as she's a competitor?
So look,
be honest.
Let me say this. Let me get this off.
Because I do.
Let me get this off. Let me get this off.
Like that because they started spinning my mind with showing the clips.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's how they do.
Let me get this off. I'm gonna say this to rebuttal what you said. The difference is that Caitlin Clark she lays it all out on the court. What is the difference? Why does Angel Reese receive that more hate? Because she lays it out on the court, yeah, but she'll go ahead and start saying stuff online, whatever. I wrote right here, this ain't a rivalry. Clark's numbers are miles ahead of Reese. Clark stays quiet, drops 20 to 30, while Reese stays in the headlines for talking slick. Not a rivalry. Now, hold on. Clark did a triple-double. She got 10 rebounds and 20 points. 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 20 points in the most recent game.
Come on, man.
And while Reese did 12 points, 17 rebounds, 1 assist, mind you, obviously Reese is gonna always do bigger numbers on rebounds because she played, her role is defined by that.
Women's basketball is more. It's kind of like still stuck in like old school ways. Like it's more position. It's position.
So I said, Clark stays quiet, bro. She drops 20 to 30 while Reese stays in the headlines for talking slick. It's not a rivalry. That's resentment. Reese is still trying to find her consistency. You showed me a highlight of a different video where she missed 2 layups back to back. She did the same thing.
It was like 6.
It was like 6. She missed 2 in the most recent game. Clark was right there watching her do it. Missed 2. She's like, give me that.
I saw people in the comments kind of being like, "This happens in basketball all the time." But let's just say if like Julius Randle does that the other night, we're gonna be like, "Bro, get this guy out of here. Take him off the court."
But she does it too consistently, and I think like let's see. That's why I need to pay more attention. But I don't know her coach that well, but I feel like if she had like a certain coach that just got on her ass about stuff like this, like, listen, we got to switch your game up. Like we need you to put more points. Rebounds, cool. Get them rebounds and add more points. She'll be a beast.
The whole thing, right? She started the podcast before she did tip off in the WNBA. Come on, let's be real about who cares more about basketball here. Let's be real. Yeah, it shows. But all right, that's enough. That's all I gotta say about that. My bad. Not enough. Anybody?
Interesting little switch up here. We got Joey Badass versus the Foot Soldiers Part 2.
Joey versus the West.
So Joey Badass took it upon himself to call out the entire West. This man went full, like, yeah. So y'all added this into the segment, and I really like that. But who wants to start out with that, man? With your thoughts? For the audience that doesn't know who the Foot Soldiers are, can somebody at least say who the Foot Soldiers are?
We got Rayvon, we got AZ Chike, we got Reason, Cheeks. I call them Chikes. And Daylight.
Okay,
Pretty much the entire West Coast. That's not.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna go get this off.
All the minions, but the final boss.
Hold on. Let me get my hat. Let me put my hat on right quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
You're right.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Last year, this time, Kendrick was calling out Drake. He had every response for everything that Drake said. He was on top of everything. As soon as Joey say what he's saying, he's the cop out Kendrick is, oh, he's on tour. He's doing this, no, bruh. No. We're not about to do that. Because if everybody responding in a timely manner, you need to respond in a timely manner.
Just say this real quick.
And I'm done.
When did Drake drop that one diss track to Meek Mill? He was on tour, wasn't he?
Years ago.
Oh, you mean back to back?
I don't know if it was back to back, but he dropped.
The big one, the big diss track.
He was on tour. I swear to God, bro. Like as much as you say about Drake, that we can say about Drake, is corny, whatever. He's battle tested, bro. I respect that aspect at least. Nigga is battle tested. He not ducking no fades.
Like Jay-Z's little shit, and he's like, Drake's like, you know what? I'm crazy. Let's go.
This nigga, no, listen.
I'm not saying Kendrick ducking
this
either.
nigga went against Common and Pusha T, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say this?
Common and Pusha T. That's all you gotta know.
Right here. You heard it here first. Had Kendrick not dropped Not Like Us, we would be talking about a whole different dynamic of this whole beef. There'll be a lot more people still saying probably that Drake won. That Drake won. The fact that Not Like Us dropped and the momentum that song carried by itself, how hot it got, that was like back to back for Kendrick. Man, once that song dropped, it was a wrap. They were like, yo, nope, we got a catchy little club song. Nah, Drake, you lost. You lost, Drake. You lost.
The crazy thing about that is, what you about to say, Zell? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah.
No, I was just gonna say, I was just like, it kind of came to an abrupt end, mainly because the Super Bowl was around that time. Like it could have kept going. It could have kept going. Yeah.
You know what stopped? You know what stopped it?
Why keep dragging it?
You know what stopped it? People complaining. That's what stopped it.
So you said, okay, say the Foot Soldiers and who they are. That's cool.
Fuck the Foot Soldiers, bro. Fuck. If it's not Joey versus Kendrick, I don't give a fuck about it.
I don't think that's happening though.
Well, fuck it. I don't care about it.
It's not gonna happen when we expect it. Like I know exactly Kendrick. As soon as he get off tour, the first track he get on, he gonna throw like a little subliminal.
He better.
Everybody gonna like, oh, he talking about Joey Badass.
He better.
Because I won't even go. I won't even go as far as being like sometimes Kendrick Lamar be tiptoeing around niggas, but I have heard some songs in the past where niggas be talking about him directly, and he say nothing about it. But then like years later, he'll be like say some crazy bar, right? Like everybody talks about the Big Sean jump, the Control verse, right? But that wasn't even the craziest thing Kendrick was doing. People forget like the year after that. Then he dropped Damn, and then like in between that he was jumping on this nigga track, he was jumping on this nigga track, he was jumping on this nigga track, and he was on every track he was being like, I'm still the king of New York. I'm still the king of like
Control is legendary because literally everything that's been transpiring since last year when he came out this Drake, him and Drake went at it. This stuff that's going on now, that's all from Control.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
Joey Badass admitted himself. He said, "Niggas act like I forgot." What,
did he diss Joey? Did he name drop Joey on the Control?
Nah, he just said, "I'm the king of New York."
Okay, so
and
anybody
Joey's
from
from New
New
York, so he like, then you got me fucked up.
It was like pro era was like full swing.
Oh no. Around that time, Joey Badass was definitely still doing his
Yeah,
thing.
but that was like
Not
That
yeah.
was like towards like the
Post po
Yeah,
era. That was
but he
post
was-
po era.
No,
Is it post?
Like
No.
like freshly post.
Yeah, that was like
No, that
I
was
think-
Pro Era's finest.
Yeah,
Was
because
it?
2016, right? 20.
No.
Nah.
Oh, it was. No. You're right. It was. Yeah.
Control.
No, yeah. You guys are right. Let me ask
Something
y'all
like
this
that.
though. All right, East Coast versus West Coast, man. Intention in 2025. Is that even a thing now? Like, is that what's going to happen out of this?
It's too dangerous, bro. It's too dangerous.
It's too
They're
dangerous.
trying to do it like cupcake wise, like they trying to like do it.
If a shorty get fucked and they don't like
Other
it,
than like Biggie and Pop, when's the most dangerous it got? Because I was gonna say 50 and what's his name?
These niggas now talk too greasy, bro. Like they can't help it. Like it's gonna get into some gang shit, especially these LA niggas. They gonna bring it to some gang shit, and New York niggas just don't give a fuck. They gonna be like, nigga, what's up? So,
Hey,
yeah.
that actually, look, I wrote down a quote I liked from one of the songs I heard from Badass. He said, I do this shit for Big Pop and Pop Smoke. How many more New York ninjas gotta die on y'all coast?
Man, bro, niggas need to stop dick riding the West Coast and all that. I love West Coast, I love Kendrick, but nigga, I want to see a battle, bro. Joey's spitting.
Yeah.
Joey's spitting, bro.
Because you can't say the same about New York. You can't say how many more West Coast dudes gotta die. Nah.
That nigga daylight me taking.
Battle rap.
All of them, Ray Vaughn.
Ray Vaughn. So the one before the last one he dropped wasn't that bad, but the one that he dropped last year, that was garbage. And that's you said a funny comment. You were like, "Yeah, I think Kendrick gotta go like sit down these niggas." You said something like that. Like Kendrick gotta
the
get
real,
these niggas,
the whole kill,
circle
the
them
whole,
up and
the
get
whole
them coached
kill,
up again.
the whole kill,
All time out.
the whole kill was CJ Fly and the other nigga from Pro Era. Them shits was weak. We're not even like battle rap. Why are you trying to spit for Pro Era and your pro is not Era?
You're not the pro in your era.
But no, all in all, I respect the competitive aspect of it, and you know,
Yeah.
they're honestly waking up a lot of hip hop artists that's like genuinely about lyricism, all that. So
Man,
that's
see,
cool.
that's what they always say is like we need battle rap because it keeps us locked in our pen. But like, man, then it all dies down after a while. You know?
As long as it's competitive, it's not, as long as it's not like niggas like actually like on some beef shit. Like that's corny to me. Like, bro, like why is it always gotta be us, our people, bro? Like you ever heard of a country rap battle?
Actually,
Come on, man.
battle
Eminem beef with MGK, bro. Come on, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zev Royce here. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so y'all don't miss a single episode of House Money ENT Podcast. And remember, the house always wins.
All right, man. We're gonna switch it up. Go back to soccer, man. You want to do some soccer?
yeah, for sure.
All right, man. So look, we got the UEFA Europa League, the championship. The Hotspurs beat Man U, man. Bruno Fernandes was declared to play. He played. Hotspurs pre-planned a victory parade, which was ballsy, but they ended up winning still.
What I gotta say to that is when you don't win something for like 4 years and you pre-plan your victory, that's kind of ballsy though.
How you know you won though?
That's kind of hard. I'm realizing that. You told me that earlier.
They took the risk.
But
They didn't know if they were
How
gonna
you know you won?
I respect that. If you plan your celebration parade before you actually win, and you
But how you know
win
you
in
won
40
though?
years, bro. You have 40 reasons to not do that, and they just said,
I have 40
Fuck
reasons
it,
to ask
let's
you.
go.
How you know you won?
but
I just told you they didn't know they were gonna win.
they're not gonna win.
That's why it's ballsy.
I'm hungry, bro. You got some food?
Lock in, Carl. So listen, they pre-planned the victory. They still won. Crazy, like you said, 4 years. Crazy. I mean, I can see why you get excited. Like I told you earlier, you're either gonna be planning to celebrate a loss or a win.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we got to talk. I mean, like Man U, they were expected to win that one, and it's kind of crazy because they just got this coach Amarim over in his next. Yeah, he's a new coach, right? So everybody's saying like, "Oh, where's Man U go from here?" Bro, this might be the first time Man U. Like, I've never seen a worse state they could ever be in. Like, it's probably one of the most recognizable soccer teams other than Real Madrid. and they came third from the bottom of 20 best teams in England. Bro. That's
Damn,
crazy.
for real?
Yeah, 17, 16, 17, right?
That's all right.
Yeah, don't even remind me of that because I'm a
That's
fan
alright.
because of those days, bro. I'm a fan because of those days. But the other thing we gotta talk about is UEFA Champions League final.
Yeah, man, it's coming up. It's coming up this the 30th or 31st. I might be wrong on one of those days. But man, look, PSG has never won a Champions League final. Inter Milan has won 3 Champions League finals on different occasions. Can PSG finally grab that first Champions League, or is Milan gonna get in their way?
And I was just thinking about this too when you said it. You know how many fucking crazy players that play for PSG? Ronaldinho, Mbappe, Ibrahimovic, Messi, Neymar, and they still have never won it, bro. That's kind of crazy. It's almost like LA
Waste of
Clippers
time.
type shit.
That's the fucking time.
Yeah, but other than that, I think it's gonna be a great final because the two teams that are in it, they just have so much on the line for it. I love that. That's kind of why I want basketball kind of get to like. I like where basketball is, and soccer's kind of shadow boxing. So I like that. I like that.
I'm really rooting for PSG, man. I love rooting for the underdog. I want to see them get that first one. The time is now, man. They gotta get it now.
I'm rooting for them too, actually. You know what? Yeah, I want to.
I mean, Inter Milan already got 3. PSG, come on, man. Get your next one, man.
Got too much crazy
Events happen. I just know 2026 World Cup is coming up, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's gonna be exciting. They announced all the stadiums, all the dates for it too. So
It goes to be in North America, right?
Yeah, North America. Yeah, but other than that, soccer is kind of
those are the things
wheeling out now.
Right there. Those are the things to look forward to right there.
Yeah, it's wheeling out. It's kind of crazy. We talk about it right when it's about to end.
No, but that's good, man. Just the engagement is what's important. I mean, there's really more that we could dive, like where Ronaldo's gonna go next.
Like, he said wants to leave.
Yeah.
He's in Saudi.
Yeah, he might.
A good thing to talk about. You brought up a good point. Bruno Fernandes. Apparently, he wanted to leave Manchester United, but now he wants to stay. Is that what got reported? He wants to stay, or
I didn't put that down. I just he was declared to play because I guess he had an injury.
Oh, in the final. Yeah. But apparently, there's some rumors saying that he might leave.
Dang.
And Garnacho might leave.
Some things to look out on. So we could talk about that on the next one then.
Yeah, on the next one.
Yeah, we'll probably get some more details.
Yeah, that wasn't a minute like last time, but you know what I'm saying? We're still gonna call it.
There you go. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Last but not least, wrestling.
Y'all want to talk?
Yeah. So what y'all want to do? Y'all want to do a recap on?
I'm gonna get the real stuff.
Go ahead. You take it over.
So, and is wrestlers in a state where shit not really making sense right now. So we trying to make it make sense. AEW, Double or Nothing this weekend. Will Ospreay, Hangman Page, they got a battle. Anarchy in the arena. Swerve, Samoa Joe, Hook, fucking Powerhouse Hobbs, Young Bucks, all these people. It's shit going crazy right now. AEW's about to go up this weekend. I need y'all to lock in. I'm saying wrestling is in a weird space right now, but it's shit that making sense to where you can enjoy it. It's not nothing that's going to be too unordinary at the visual. You know what I'm saying? It's shit that's going to make sense. I'm just looking forward to whatever's coming, you know what I'm saying, from AEW. I think Darby Allin's going to come back this weekend. He's going to shock the world, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get Darby Allin versus John Moxley, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit that's really about to pick up. Wrestling has really been in a weird space for me personally because after WrestleMania, shit just started going this way and that way. AEW going this way and that way. TNA going this way and that way. It's a lot of shit that's out of this discombobulated. But I feel like after this weekend, everything's gonna start making sense. Everything's gonna go right in the right path.
For the pay-per-view?
No, I'm saying I'm just for wrestling, period.
Oh, okay.
Because you got all right, so we got Saturday night's main event tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena versus R-Truth. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Still cage match. It's a lot of shit going on this weekend. Then we got Double or Nothing. Kenny Omega. Swerve Strickland. Samoa Joe, Will Hobbs, Shibata, Young Bucks, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, Anarchy. It's shit going on. It's shit going on.
Don't know what you guys talking about.
So when this live event on Sunday comes up, you're gonna see how I turned it up. How we turn it up. You're gonna see how we look at it. You're gonna see the views and aspects. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna overrap.
You saying IRL stream?
RL stream. Double or nothing. Tune in. House Money ENT. Fuck with us.
We gonna be there. Y'all gonna be there. We gonna be there. This gonna be a hot show, man. I'm gonna just give a little quick rundown for the fans in case they know or not. They don't know. We got Osprey versus Heyman Page. Owen Hart tournament. For those that might not know, in the Owen Hart tournament, male and female, the winner of the tournament gets a shot at the title. So then you got Mercedes Moné versus Jamie Hayter in the female part of the tournament. Anarchy in the arena. We got Kazuchika Okada versus Mike Bailey. Briscoe versus Ricochet.
Briscoe and Ricochet in a stretcher match.
In a stretcher match. The Hurt Syndicate versus Sons of Texas. Low key a generational tag war, man. It's like Legends versus New Bloods, man. So it's gonna be a great match and great match card. I mean, so man, y'all tune in. Even Saturday night's main event. I'm gonna just run down that one real quick. So Jey Uso's gonna face Logan Paul for the title. The winner of that is gonna face Gunther. I just want to say something about that real quick, man. If Gunther loses to whoever wins, obviously I think Jey Uso's gonna win. But if Gunther loses to Jey again, that's gonna mess with Gunther's just whole credibility. He's been built to be this like ring general, right? This unstoppable force.
It's to give him a story development.
It's gonna hurt him though in the process.
It has to hurt him because you got to rebuild him.
Man, it's gonna be weird to see.
See the thing people miss about wrestling and the whole aspect of storytelling. It can't be win. You gotta build somebody to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
Redemption story.
So, if Gunther win, what is that going to do for his character? Has to lose.
So switch it up.
In order for him to rebuild himself as a person, as a character, as a staple to what's going on in WWE right now. That's the whole case. What else?
Yeah, I agree.
Got Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins versus CM Punk and Sami Zayn. John Cena versus R-Truth, childhood hero, man.
Yeah.
You know, Damian versus Drew. Man, I'll give my predictions real quick. I think Jey Uso is gonna retain against Logan. I think Braun and Seth are gonna earn their first win as a tag team against Punk and Zayn. John Cena is gonna ruin R-Truth's childhood. Damian is gonna avenge his WrestleMania loss against Drew. And those are my predictions. It's gonna be, man, it's a jam-packed weekend, man.
Yeah.
Jam-packed weekend.
I agree with those predictions too. Those are good predictions. So.
Yeah, man. It's and to kind of rebuttal what you said is very true, man. WrestleMania just ended. We're building up into All In too on AEW's side. So it's like right now we gotta let them cook. Let these promotions cook. It'll all make sense later. Let's be honest. Like when we saw Sami Zayn jump into the Bloodline, when he first ever jumped into the Bloodline, tried to get initiated, it didn't make sense at first, right?
Yeah.
It didn't. But you look back and you see everything that transpired. You're like, yo, goated. Oh my God, it all makes sense now. So that's WWE does best when they do things like that. It don't make sense now, but trust, it's gonna make sense later. So man, let them cook. Money in the Bank winner. I do want to say something right here, and whoever wants to rebuttal, Carl, if you want to rebuttal on this, if Charlotte Flair, I'm not too sure if she has a match coming up where she's got to qualify for the Money in the Bank. If she does, if she already had it, if she whatever, I think she should not She should not win it. If she does qualify, she shouldn't even win it. I think she should go on a losing streak. Redemption story. Let the crowd boo her until they get tired of booing her. Until they finally start cheering her on their own. Kind of like Dom Mysterio, where Dom Mysterio was getting booed to hell. And then out of nowhere, he wins the IC title. They're cheering him.
Yeah, nah. But Charlotte, the difference between Charlotte and Dom, Charlotte really is not liked. People don't like Charlotte.
With Nepo baby.
No, it's not even about being a Nepo baby. People just don't.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cause like
It's not even about
Dom's hatred was like forced. It was a gimmick, you know. So it wasn't. It's easy to like cheer for somebody like that.
Down to the no, Charlotte is not. Yeah, she's a Nepo baby, but people don't give a fuck about that. They just don't like her.
So why do you think that is? Like, what is it?
Because of her.
Because her personality?
Her as a person, as how she move, her. That's all it is.
It's crazy because she's no different from her father.
She's no different.
Honestly, her father was worse.
Same way, right?
I actually don't think she was my father.
Really?
But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna hold that lane because I gotta go use the restroom.
I think that kind of wraps it up right here. You want to close it out, Carl? Or anybody want to close it out?
Don't put your bag on Charlotte Flair because she ain't working.
Yeah, the house does not agree. I don't know. No, we good, man. Episode 8. We came a long way from episode 7. That's what's crazy, but you know.
Big episode 8. And I'm glad to be to come back, man.
Yeah, glad to have you back, man.
You know,
you did your damn thing too.
You did a great job, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
we back, man. We back, and we're gonna keep this consistency going.
NBA Finals live event.
Yeah, it's
NBA
only gonna get better,
live
bigger
event.
and better,
For
man.
sure.
We didn't
Tune
make that a big
in
one.
this weekend. I repeat, tune in this weekend.
And yes.
Sunday,
Okay.
IRL stream.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
IRL stream.
So let me ask this. I'm gonna ask it on while we live too.
Mhm.
How are we doing the finals? So we're gonna do one game. We're gonna do multiple.
We gotta do game 1.
For sure.
Game 1. Let's do game 1, and then let's do either the go-ahead game or the winner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So you want to say like
3,
game 1 and then game 3,
like games like 4 or 5
when
or
they switch
6.
okay.
One of those.
That
yeah.
makes sense.
Because if it goes past 3, right?
We should do game
Say,
5 next.
yeah.
Game
That's all
5.
it is. We'll play it out. They'll
Game
know
5,
because
game 1, game 5.
So what we were saying is like, so game 1's gonna be on like whoever's home court when they switch courts. When
they play 2. Yeah.
True. That
And
makes
then,
more
yeah,
sense.
yeah, we'll do
Game
that.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do that because but I didn't even realize this until my dad said it almost like 4 years ago. Now he was like, "Bro, the NBA Finals was like a month long." I said, "You're a liar." He was like, "Bro, it's like legit 3.5 weeks long."
It can be. Yeah.
If it goes to game 7, it's like
Yeah.
3.5
Isn't it
weeks
like
long.
one
Yeah,
game a week?
it's about 2 games a week,
games a
3.
week?
Yeah, so 1, 2,
Yeah, depending
or
on how
3,
many.
4, 5, and
It
then
can
6,
be 2
7.
games a
Yeah,
week, yeah.
yeah. It can be 2 or 3. It depends on who starts home and who starts away.
And who wins how
Yeah.
many games?
Yeah.
I forgot how they decided that
There
too,
you go,
seeding,
man.
but it also is something else. The NFL does something completely different. With
Yeah.
that, but yeah.
There you go. Well, y'all heard
man.
it here.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Tune in this weekend.
We got a lot of things to look forward to. So you know, we might even. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I keep saying that, but
Oh, one last thing I want to bring up. You guys hear that they're allowing NFL players to go to the 2026
The
Olympics?
Olympics?
Yeah. Y'all trying to join the
Flag
team?
football.
You trying to join the team, one? You trying to join the team?
Flag
bro?
football.
if I'm not getting paid, I'm not joining no team.
You're not getting paid for this.
But this is gonna benefit me. Eventually. I ain't gonna go out there and break tear a ligament. Try and be cool.
If they ask me to play guard or something,
Yeah, no, I actually would do that. If I had a chance, I'd be like, yeah, I gotta wear their house money merch. They ain't gonna let me. They ain't gonna let me, but fuck it.
Bill Belicheck's girlfriend.
Yo.
That's crazy.
Crazy, bro. Bill, why are you doing that? All right, let's end this show.
Y'all close it up, man. Hey, I'm gonna say back and all bets on the table, cause the house always wins.
Yes, sir.
You already know. Y'all tune in. Stay tuned for the IRL stream.